You are listening to Single Smart Female. This is Jen, explaining the possibilities in your love life and examining your mantourage dating experiences. I am here to help you do life and love on your terms by tipping the scales of love permanently in your favor. So don't forget to text this episode to all of your single smart girlfriends, and let's get started.
Hello, single smart female. It's your romantic fairy godmama, and today we have a romantic fairy godmama. Kind of quickie, not so quickie, kind of in between there. You decide. Today's topic, we're talking about the most annoying hyper-focus habits that lead to obsession that women have. And this is part one. So there's quite a few, and you really need to pay attention because there's so many women out there, smart, successful women who hyper-focus. And it's killing your love life. And I'm here to rescue you from that so that you can have the love life that you want. But we're going to go into these. I'm going to explain a bit on each one. And then in the next episode, we're going to go into some more. Why? Because hyperfocus is the kiss of death for any relationship potential. And when you choose to hyperfocus, because it is a choice, make no mistake, my love, it is a choice I made for years. And I know most of these habits that we're going to talk about, I know them firsthand. So I'm not coming at you saying, hey, what the heck is up, without knowing exactly where you're coming from. But I also know that if you want the relationship of your dreams and the love life of your dreams, this shit has to stop starting today. Okay, so again, hyperfocus, which leads to obsession eventually, if you keep letting it go on and on and on, is the kiss of death for a relationship, okay? And I want you to have what you want because I'm your romantic fairy godmama. And you can't do that if you participate in these highly annoying and very detrimental to your love life habits. Okay, so number one is you constantly check your phone looking for him and hoping that you're receiving a text from him. This is distracting to the rest of your life because there's lots of shit that you're not getting done when you're constantly staring at your phone, praying and wishing and hoping that he's going to call. Plus, most of the time when you're doing that, it's like the old saying of watching water boil. It's not going to happen during that time. You need to be doing something else that's more productive, more fun, and then you'll hear from him because that's just the way it works. Energetically, men don't respond well. They can feel that shit regardless of whether they can articulate it or not. They don't respond well to you constantly thinking about them and obsessing over them and looking at your phone trying to find them. By the way, this 100% includes stalking him on social media. It's the same shit, trying to figure out what he's doing, if he's out on a date with somebody else, if he's seeing somebody else, all that stuff. Driving yourself crazy, which, by the way, is called cybercutting. That's not my phrase, but I like that phrase. It's called cybercutting, and it's beneath you. And you need to stop, and you need to practice stopping. And yes, I do recognize at the beginning, it is very challenging, but that's only because you let it become a habit in the first place. So now it's just time to break the habit because you're not going to figure out jack. And the only thing you're going to do is drive yourself nuts. And then again, you're obsessing about him. This is the stuff that leads to obsession is by participating in these habits over and over again and escalating them more and more. Guilty, by the way, so very, very guilty. And at least looking at the phone, we didn't have a whole bunch of social media going on when I was in the thick of my hyperfocus. But it's not going to get you what you want, and you deserve to have what you want. So break this habit now and get busy tending to the rest of your life. There's lots for you to tend to and to have fun with that don't involve your phone. Okay. Number two, show up in person, hoping to run into him. Now, some of you may not do this at all, and some of you might be like I was and would do it all the time. So I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to be brutally honest with you because that's what you expect from me, and you don't want anything less because you want an incredible love life and you want to learn how to become an adored woman and shift the scales of love in your favor permanently. I'm going to be honest with you. If you have to show up for him to pay attention to you, then you are not a priority to him. Oh my gosh, I did this for so long, for so many years. It was really, truly, 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 truly embarrassing. But again, every once in a while, not a big deal. But if it's something you've done more than twice in a month, you need to really think about how you're approaching the situation and understand that you're making somebody a priority in your life that doesn't consider you a priority yet. And he's not going to based on these actions already. Okay. Number 3. This is a big one, a gigantic one. I need you to let this sink into your soul because you deserve the best, and this is going to keep you from the best. All right. Giving your exclusivity to him before he has asked you for relationship exclusivity. Okay, let me repeat that. Giving your exclusivity to him before he has asked you for relationship exclusivity. And I know you ladies, my lady loves out there, I know a lot of you have done this, and it has to stop. It has to stop today. You cannot put your undivided attention on somebody and give him your relationship exclusivity before he's actually asked you for that or before you've had a conversation about it. Why? Because that kind of energy just totally screws up the possibilities between the two of you. Okay? Men are not great at receiving your undivided energy or attention. And again, this is all felt. I mean, sometimes it's very obvious through your actions, but also this is an energy that is definitely felt when you hyper-focus on him. He's not great at doing that until he has decided that he really wants, he feels the same about you. Okay, so you need to take some steps back from it. Plus, I want you to remember this. You're working towards being an adored woman. Okay, in my world, your exclusivity is a gift. It's not something that you just randomly give away without profound consideration to who you are giving it to first. Okay? You do not, if you want to walk in the world of being an adored woman, just randomly give it away because you think that this is the best you're ever going to feel. Which leads me actually into our final piece for today in this episode, is that saying things like, nobody else can make me feel the way he does, or even thinking these things, because I know you may not be saying them out loud, but I know damn well you're thinking them. And it's all candy-coated crap that you're telling yourself because you're playing small romantically, which leads you into giving your exclusivity away instead of recognizing your exclusivity. Men should be stepping up for that, okay? It's not something you just hand to whatever guy makes you feel really good below the belt for a little while or makes you feel special momentarily. It is a process. Mantourage dating specifically is a process that helps you break all these incredibly annoying, obsessive, love life killing habits. So let's go through all 4 again and make sure that you get these and that you stop them. So constantly checking your phone, looking for him, or stalking him on social media, put the phone down. Put the phone down. Pay attention to the rest of your life. Talk to people in person. Get that inhuman connection. Get off of your phones. It's not helping your romantic situation. Showing up in person at a place that you know he's going to be. If you have to show up for him to pay attention to you, you're still not a priority to him. So stop that crap. Okay, and number 3, giving your exclusivity away to him before he has asked. Remember, your exclusivity is a precious gift. If you're giving it to him before he's decided he wants it, you are really screwing up the dynamic here, and you're making it extraordinarily hard for him to want you back. And number 4, saying things like, nobody can make me feel the way he does. Okay, this is just a bold-faced lie that you're telling yourself so that you can just keep focusing on him and not have to be brave enough to allow other men to step in and adore you and to give this guy some real serious competition, okay? If you need help learning how to do this, I want you to go to mantouragedating.com and get my free 3-day class. Again, that's mantouragedating.com. Mantourage is spelled MANTOURAGE, dating hyperfocused.com. Hey, Lover Girl. Thanks for joining me today and texting this episode to all of your single smart girlfriends. If you have a question that you'd like to submit for on-air consideration or want to learn more about working with me, then meet me over at singlesmartfemale.com. See you there.